Okay guys, hey, a quick addendum. So I came up with this theory like a long time ago. I'm serious, like a very long time ago, months ago. And I got this artwork, as you see in the thumbnail, commissioned by Shield Draws. Great artist, check out his stuff. But back when I first came up with the theory, this was at the time before Aqua's huge reveal of being a Xehanort and Riku's way of the dawn being broken. With that being said, I'll still like to present this theory in an updated fashion. I want to keep the original art and vision intact, so note, while I believe this theory will hold true as arguably there'll still be 7 Guardians of Light, but for the sake of consistency, please keep in mind, although I'm referring to Stormfall and Way to the Dawn, and possibly Wayward Wind, take those 3 Keyblades and replace them with what Guardians we will get at this point, being Braveheart, possibly Kingdom Key D, and maybe even Lee's Keyblade. I don't know. So anyways, on with the show. Thank you. Going into Kingdom Hearts 3, the biggest thing you can think of when diving into this title is the endgame, the Keyblade War, the Guardians of Light versus the Seekers of Darkness, Sora versus Xehanort for the fate of the Keyblade and that of Kingdom Hearts itself. Many people have theorized on how such an epic resolution to the Dark Seeker saga of the Kingdom Hearts series could play out, but one day it all hit me at once on the perfect way the final battle between light and darkness could go down without being too over the top to the point of being overly ambitious, and would be an exciting climax that takes pointers from things we've seen before in the Kingdom Hearts series and even a particular Final Fantasy game. And once I'm done elaborating through all of the gameplay ideas and their connected and hidden meanings that will fit perfectly together, you're gonna wish that this is reality. And you may be disappointed by a Square if it doesn't turn out like this. Alright, you're gonna have to keep up with me because you're about to digest a lot of information. Now, as a primer for the sake of my theory, in Kingdom Hearts 3, the second Keyblade War will feature 7 Guardians of Light clashing with 13 Seekers of Darkness in order to produce the Keyblade, the original Keyblade that Master Xehanort seeks, that is the only thing that can summon and unlock the true Kingdom Hearts. This situation has baffled many Kingdom Hearts players and veterans due to the nature of the setup. Will we play as multiple Keyblade wielders, or will we have to play and beat out all 13 Seekers of Darkness in succession or at once? Will it be a free-for-all where the Guardians act as your party members against 13 Seekers of Darkness in real time? All of that sounds quite like a mess, given the action RPG nature of the Kingdom Hearts games, and the closest we ever got to that is fighting 4 Final Fantasy characters at once in Kingdom Hearts 2. You know what I'm talking about, the Hades Cup, going against Tifa, Yuffie, Cloud, and Leon. Squall. So then it hit me. The final clash is undoubtedly going to be Sora versus Xehanort, with Xehanort wielding the Keyblade, and knowing Sora, his friends are his power. And that's why I believe when the dust is about to settle and Xehanort is on the verge of unlocking Kingdom Hearts, the Guardians of Light will offer up their power to Sora, because we all know it's in Destiny's design for him to stop Xehanort. And thanks to his new power granted by his friends, Sora will unlock a new form. Due to the drive activated to protect his friends, the worlds, and the light, it will be his true final form. His angel form, in which he will be the one to wield 7 keys against Xehanort and his heart connected to the Guardians. A fight like this would easily blow the minds of players and serve as an epic one-on-one clash between Xehanort and Sora, with the Kingdom Hearts hanging in the distance. And in a way, the 7 Guardians of Light will be part of the battle too. The way that angel form would work is actually derived from things we've seen before in the Kingdom Hearts series that will add to its plausibility. It acts as an evolution of a form, or I would say a command style we've seen before, and that is Ventus's Wingblade in Birth by Sleep. One of the most popular and enjoyable styles, and it wouldn't be too out of the question for Sora to utilize this, since he and Ventus had more than a 10+ year connection. The 6 Keyblades of the other Guardians will act as his wings, while Sora continues to wield the Kingdom Key as his main weapon. But this form will be an insane upgrade in power output and speed, as Sora will be able to use limits such as Strike Ray to throw the Keyblade he is wielding at the moment and exchange it for one of the other Keyblades that act as his wings, and continue to use that in the fight, as the previous Keyblade thrown would reappear and be regulated as one of the wings, and it'll be revolving throughout the battle. As Sora fights and navigates throughout the sky, the Keyblades act as his wings to fly through the air and can form into patterns that can help him ascend. The wings can give a powerful flap to have him go higher up in the air, similar to what we've seen in Kingdom Hearts 2 against the second armored Xemnas segment. However, when approaching Xehanort and clashing with him, Sora and Xehanort will be mapped to a shared leveling, so combat can remain as fluid as it always does in the Kingdom Hearts series, and this can easily be achieved through a homing mechanic connecting to your attacks that will bring you to Xehanort if you are close enough. Ideas on how this segment can play out can be easily lifted and expanded on from how the Final Form gameplay works, and the ease of control and fluid motions and mobility can be further upgraded to make this a reality. To make this segment truly special, each Keyblade could have a unique property, and during the fight, each Keyblade will be mapped a special limit that can be executed through situation commands that will become available once you reach that Keyblade while going through them. Terra's Ends of the Earth will give Sora Ultimate Cannon. Aqua's Stormfell will give Sora Light Blue. Ventus's Wayward Wind will give Sora Multi-Vortex. Riku's Way to the Dawn will give Sora Darkstrom. Roxas's 2 Become 1 will give Sora Event Horizon Magic Hour. And Kairi's Destiny's Embrace would give, well, we've never seen her fight beyond Kingdom Hearts 2, so I don't know. Holy maybe? While in Angel form, Sora's standard attack style will greatly resemble a mix between Sora's final form in Kingdom Hearts 2 and Ventus's Wing Blade from Birth by Sleep, with quick strikes done by the Keyblade that Sora is holding while revolving through his Keyblades that act as his wings either physically or telekinetically. Given that this is an Angel form, this battle can be done in the sky and Sora will have the power of flight as well as Xehanort. But wait, HMK, that sounds ridiculous and Square would never do that. What? No, it doesn't! Mind you, this setting is completely plausible as incredibly important segments in both Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2's final boss fights were done in the air and incorporated a flight mechanic into their fight. And to take it a step further to help paint the picture in your head, remember another game that was directed by Tetsuya Nomura? Final Fantasy XV. That final segment between Noctis and Ardyn where they are flying around throwing weapons at each other? Yeah, think about that, but better. It could have been a lot better. Editor's note. Now, it could be disputed who was the one who truly came up with the concept of the final fight in Final Fantasy XV, but whoever did it, it could work out better for Kingdom Hearts 3, whatever the aspect. If Nomura did it, build upon that and make it better. If Tabata did it, Nomura can show him up and show him how it's done. So the fight segment can seamlessly revolve between ranged combat with Sora throwing his Keyblades and using range limit and magic, while Xehanort can do the same, and close quarters combat like Kingdom Hearts is always known for. Even if this fight doesn't act as a true final fight, but as an epic prelude to the final confrontation between Sora's light and Xehanort's darkness, it will still be a killer setup. And now to my favorite part, the context. The first is the duality between the characters of Sora and Xehanort. Sora's constant mantra is that his friends are his power, and a common element to his narrative plays on that his strength is often derived from his heart and the strength of the ties that he has to other people. Unlocking this form shows the ultimate connection that Sora is reliant on that power his friends provides, thus manifesting on him wielding the Keyblades of the other Guardians of Light as well as his own, acting as that symbol. While Xehanort, on the other hand, has been known to be the greatest Keyblade master that has ever lived and has relied solely on his own power that he forces onto others in the form of the 13 Secrets of Darkness. While it is true that Xehanort has had help, that help is derived from his own mastermind that puppeteers the events to be and comes to fruition thanks to his machinations of his own power. That symbolism is manifested into Xehanort's single Keyblade that will do battle against Sora's 7 keys. The battle between he whose powers come from his comrades against he who relies on his own power. To add to that duality between Sora and Xehanort in this epic clash is that Sora literally came from nothing and Xehanort came from everything. Sora was a simple, ordinary boy through and through whose heart carried him through these adventures while having greatness brought to him, while Xehanort was gifted with a grand potential and ambition that he himself acted upon in order to achieve greatness. Next up is Sora's undisputable connection to Ventus through the proposal of this form being derived by Wingblade. You could say it would be a D-Link 10 years in the making, if you will. Not only his fighting style and abilities are derived from what Ventus is capable of, but their personalities fall in line as well. It is also quite blatant as to why I would have this final battle play out in the sky where Kingdom Hearts hangs in the balance, as it all falls down once again to Sora, whose name means sky, so it will be fitting to have this piece of the puzzle fall into place. Banking on what I said before about previous boss fights, Nomura has shown an affinity for high-octane clashes in the air as with the previous 2 numbered Kingdom Hearts titles, and even with Final Fantasy XV, which he developed as director for a time. And you know, just saying, Noctis was designed to be the polar opposite of Sora as Nomura created them both. So their association and duality in design, combat prowess, and abilities isn't something that came out of the blue. Lastly, this will finally drive home the point that Sora is indeed the link to all, as him attaining this form will link him with the other Guardians of Light and their Keyblades. While there is no physical evidence of this, there are reports of behind closed door footage of Kingdom Hearts 3 that incorporates an angelic element to Sora, something that people have been playing around for years now. All in all, I feel this design and proposition for the ultimate or maybe even the penultimate fight in Kingdom Hearts 3 will work beautifully given the epic scope and the connection context that I have provided. What do you think about Sora's angel form? Big thanks to Shield Draws for this awesome piece of art. His style is really on point. I really do believe and I really hope that the final battle is along these lines. I feel this can accommodate everybody. It won't make the battle too flabbergasting, and it'll have a way for the 7 Guardians of Light to truly be part of the battle that is Sora versus Xehanort. Let me know what you thought about this theory in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share with your friends, favorite, and most importantly, subscribe to HMK for more awesome Kingdom Hearts videos and theories. So until the next one, I've been HMK, and I'll check you guys later.
So you haven't subscribed to HMK yet? Don't piss Xemnas off.